This is an urgent appeal from the Disasters Emergency Committee. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes to escape conflict in Ukraine, leaving jobs, belongings and loved ones behind. They need shelter, food and water. You can help. To donate online, search DEC or text radio to 70150 to give £10. Thank you.
Streaming 24/7, this is Brum Radio.
Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
I'm Dave Massey. I'm joined on the telephone by David Breeds, who plays Christopher in Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which is coming to Birmingham Hippodrome from today, which is the 29th of March, and it's here until Saturday the 2nd of April. Good afternoon, David. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us on Brum Radio about this tour. This is based on an award-winning novel, and I believe it's the second time that this has been on tour. What did you know about the Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime before taking part in this role?
So I read the book when I was younger. I think everyone, I think it's part of the curriculum now. I don't think it was when I read it, but I read the book and absolutely loved it. And I wasn't really much of a book reader. Mm-hmm. It was such a different style of writing that I'd never seen before. I mean, there's a reason why it was voted the country's most loved book. It's just brilliant, and Mark Haddon's writing is incredible. So I knew the book, and it was actually also the first play I'd ever seen. Mm-hmm. And so when I was, what was it? I think it would have been at the Apollo, maybe, before the roof came in. Wow. I think it was a couple of weeks before the roof came in at the
Goodness
Apollo.
Me.
And so I saw it there, and I just saw this incredible ensemble and this incredible staging. I had no idea how they were going to do it, mm-hmm. and I was just like, "Oh my lord!" It was what a introduction to a play, really. Now it's incredible. Now I get to do it. It still doesn't feel real, to be honest.
And when you're approaching the role of Christopher himself, did you know people like Christopher, or is he unlike anyone that you've met?
Christopher is unlike anyone you've ever met. He isn't based on anyone. He's his own person, and I think that's what's important to keep true to his character. I think it's dangerous trying to pull things from multiple different people and copy people. Do you know what I mean? Because mm-hmm. then you get into stereotypes and things like that. I use a lot of what I can bring to Christopher, because there's a lot of Christopher that I can identify with, not to his level, but it's about accentuating them. Or obviously, when I'm in a crowd of people, if it's really, really busy, I'm not particularly a fan of it. Mm-hmm. But Christopher doesn't like 2 or 3 or one person near him, or if he's touched, it feels like he's being stabbed or attacked. And so it's about kind of raising those parts of his personality.
I think that some people can have, in particularly in lockdown, I've developed new sets of neuroses in terms of feeling comfortable around people or not comfortable around people. Do you think that the audience has got a better understanding of someone like Christopher compared to what they might have had before the pandemic?
That's really interesting. I've never actually thought about it that way, but because I think we've all kind of had this new awareness of, we're used to kind of being social distance, aren't we? It's so interesting. Christopher's such an individual. He's such a beautiful character to play, and to be able to do it every night is it's wonderful. But he's his own person. He's so unique. I adore him. I love him.
Am I right in thinking that there's plenty of incidental music within the production itself as well?
Yeah, there's lots and lots of music. It's all, and it's the way it's been written. It's all done using prime numbers. All of the intervals. I can't, it's too complicated for my brain to get around. But you can listen to it on like Spotify and Apple Music. I believe it's written by Adrian Sutton. Beautiful, and it's genius. Like, there's bits of this show, just the music makes me cry. It's so nice, and then it's topped with this crazy drum and bass bits where it's going into Christopher's mind. It's all going mental, and it's freaking out and running around Paddington Station. It's so good.
And does that help you get into the role of the character, having that music to trigger different emotions at different points?
100%. It makes it so easy. It makes it so easy. It's the work Adrian's done on that music is wonderful.
How has the tour been received so far?
Really well. I mean, it's all been like 5-star reviews, 4-star reviews. It's such a good play, and the ensemble and all the movement in it done by Frantic Assembly. We're one big team, and so we're all there. We're all it's so committed. It's just I don't know anyone who doesn't like this show. It's just got so much heart. It's so funny. I can't believe how lucky I am, David.
I as I say, as soon as I saw the trailer, I was desperate to come and see this, and I think that the Birmingham audience is going to be really excited to see this production in town. How does it compare to some of the previous roles that you've done yourself? Because I've seen from your resume that you were in Dear Evan Hansen previously. Is that a similar role in terms of the fact that he's having challenging mental health situation?
It's similar in kind of size. He doesn't leave the stage. You've also got the added difficulty of singing 11 tenor songs, pop tenor songs that kind of go to the extremes of the ranges. They're very different people, and I think some audiences could probably see some similarities between the characters and some of their actions, but really they're very, very different people. Evan just wants to get out of a situation,
yes,
and stop people from being sad, and it kind of snowballs where and he actually wants to be seen, and that's whereas Christopher, I think, is quite content really to be in his own little world and be left alone, because he understands that he's got some difficulties and his way of dealing with that, and he's very good with knowing, and people could see it coming from like maybe a selfish point of view, saying, I need you to stay away from me, I need you to not touch me, and I need you to do these things, and it's not only for me, it's also for you, because I know that you won't enjoy what will happen. And so it's for everyone's sake I'm doing this.
Wow, and it sounds like such a brilliant production, and I've heard such good things about it myself as well, which is just wonderful to be able to have. This production is on tour until the 21st of May. Have you planned your summer? Have you planned your autumn yet? Do you know what you're looking to do? Yeah, are you able to tell us anything about that?
I have no idea. There's a few things lined up, but life of an actor is terrifying,
yes,
and I will be unemployed soon, so I'm available for funerals, weddings.
Wow. Well, I totally understand that, and I know that sometimes you get these roles at very quite short notice, as well as including covering when you're covering for a role.
Yeah.
What's the shortest notice that you've been given for that you're going to be going on a tour?
So this is my first tour that I've ever done. I did the Gary Barlow and Tim Firth musical.
Yes.
The Girls. When we did that, I was in the original cast of that. We did that at Leeds and then went to Manchester. But I think I had about 2 weeks from kind of getting the role to starting rehearsals. So I was like, look, right, 2 weeks, learn the script, go. This one I had about 2 to 3 months. So I had a lot of time to kind of change my gym routine for all of the all the physical things during the show. Yes. And we run something like stupid, like 6 kilometers a show, and it's all sprinting and running up walls and doing backflips and doing all this crazy stuff. So I changed my gym routine to cardio and calisthenics. So I was all right once I started, and obviously I learned the script before I turned up for day one, because there's too much in the show to just kind of wing it. That's not the kind of person I am. I have to be in complete control of everything. I'm very Christopher.
Which is wonderful, because obviously that then translates very well into the character and into the audience's perception of the show as well. This is, as I say, this is based on the novel by Mark Haddon. It's adapted by Simon Stevens. It's in Birmingham from today, which is Tuesday the 29th of March, and it finishes on the 2nd of April. You can find details on the website, birminghamhippodrome.com. You can also check out details, you book tickets there from birminghamhippodrome.com. You can also check out details on the National Theatre website, which is nationaltheatre.org.uk. David, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today about this.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
And I hope you have a really lovely time when you're here in Birmingham this week.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.